Come on, we're getting closer.
Hello and welcome to the Regionnaires. This is the regional quiz show that promises to bring low quality to your locality. On Catboy's team this week we have Alfie Joey. Alfie's recent Edinburgh show was nominated for a comedy award because the entire show took place in his car. It was a runaway success. Alfie had parked his four-wheel theatre on the Royal Mile with the handbrake off. And on Gavin Webster's team we have Libby Davison. Best known for her role as a policewoman in The Bill, Libby was spotted for the part 6 months earlier when she played a prostitute on the show. The director realised she was great with handcuffs and liked to see men go down. We'll start with the round that we call Beyond Regional Doubt. In this round, teams both have to work out the name of a famous northeasterner from 3 cryptic clues. So, Catboy and Alfie, for the name of a famous northeasterner, your first clue, answer this one if you can for 1 point. Children's mental bookcase Lewis Carroll lived near Darlington. What was the sequel to his book Alice in Wonderland?
That was Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Yeah, we're good with that.
Alice Through the Looking Glass is the right answer, so your first visual clue is a mirror. Still on the Lewis theme, Geordie actor Kevin Whately played Jack Kerouac in Peak Practice. What was his profession?
I've never seen. Is he a vet or something?
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not a vet. I think he's a doctor. I'm going to go
Pianist.
for a doctor or a pathologist.
Oh yes, okay.
Where do you want to go for?
A doctor.
We're going for doctor?
Yeah.
Doctor's the right answer. Next question. It looks like a GAY DIY warehouse, but what is the Pink Palace?
You should know this one.
Being what? A DIY expert or a puff?
A bit of both.
It's a disco. Is it? It's a disco, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
I'm going to have a stab at a disco.
Right, it's the BBC, yeah?
It's the BBC. It is the home of BBC Newcastle. So, Gavin's team gets that point, but the other team gets the visual clue, which is Ant from Auntie, which is the BBC's amusing nickname for itself. Can you put the 3 together to make one famous northeasterner?
Have you any idea?
Well, I was going to say Ant and Dector. And they both like looking in the mirror. But that would only be 2 people instead of 1. So it would be wrong.
Hold on.
You're barking up the right tree in that you're wrong.
Ant? What kind of ant is the ant?
Yes, what kind of ant is the ant? It's not an ant in the genuine sense. This person is
So
an
it's a
ant
fake
of
ant?
a
It's
type.
somebody pretending to be somebody's aunt?
You're getting there, but I'm going to have to
Ant
pass
like
it
an
over if you
insect.
can't get a guess in quickly.
A name?
I think I'll hand it over myself.
Okay,
actually.
fair enough. Hand it over.
Feel
Any
free to hand
ideas?
it back.
We haven't got a clue.
Any ideas on Gavin's team?
No.
Anti-doctor.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Is this one of these ridiculous trick questions?
No, no.
is
I'll
it?
tell you what. If you can't have a guess, we'll pass it back with an extra clue to you, because your team got it originally. Mirror's not a mirror that you look in. It's one that you perhaps pick up and read.
I thought that, yeah.
We got that much.
Okay. Still not a guess?
Hold on.
Agony ant
Yeah,
in the
it's-
Daily Mirror.
Oh, I know this one.
Denise Thingy.
Yeah, can we tell her
Richardson,
the whole
Robertson.
name with the surname as well?
Denise, who talks like that on This Morning. Our Jack, you know, when he was alive, he was lovely, but then he got ill, and that's why I'm good at answering all your problems.
Is the wrong answer. So I'll pass it over.
Well, it must be something along them lines. So it's the Daily Mirror, it's an agony aunt, and she's a
From the
doctor. And
North
it's
East.
Dr. Miriam Stoppard, isn't it?
It is
That's who
Dr. Miriam
Marvellous.
Stoppard.
Got it.
Yeah, clap that.
Come on.
Dr. Miriam Stoppard, an agony aunt and relationship advisor who has been divorced twice. Miriam was born in Newcastle on Coronation Day in 1937. Only 2 babies were born on that day, and they were presented with a £5 bounty. Marianne Faithfull, by contrast, only qualified for a 37p Mars bar. And we doubt that it was Miriam Stoppard who advised her where to stick it. OK, Gavin and Libby, on with your questions. Which National Garden Festival was held in the North East in 1990?
It's Gateshead.
What question did I ask there?
What National Garden Festival was
That's
held?
A bit of a
his
giveaway in the word garden. I think I'm going to have to let you have it. I was supposed to say what national festival was held.
Yeah, you still... Oh, right, sorry, the
That's
garden.
my fault. You've got it. You've got it because I gave you it, so it's garden. So
I knew it anyway.
Okay,
Genuinely.
your first clue's gardener. Right. Which boy band had smelly socks thrown at them at a gig on Tyneside?
Smelly socks thrown at them.
It was a misunderstanding. I think they were supposed to throw pants and they threw socks, I think was the mistake.
Oh, really? There's like a dyslexic crowd. I'd say people
Probably
going
the
to
kind of
Tom
people
Jones and throwing bricks. That's what I would do. No, God, there's a big Tom Jones contingent in the audience. Well,
Name of any boy band, come on.
Well, I
Yeah,
suppose we'll
Westlife.
go for Westlife, please.
It's not Westlife, I'll pass it over.
I think it might be Busted.
Oh, if it's right, I'll kill you.
Okay,
Busted.
I'll give you a clue. It was a number.
Oh,
3, 5, 1, 7, 69.
Wait,
Sorry,
can we have that,
I'm
please?
taking your first guess, so you didn't get that right.
It was 5, wasn't it?
Gavin's team get the clue, but they don't get the point.
Right,
So your
yeah.
next question. Sunderland reserve player Mark Maley had to retire after what unfortunate accident?
I don't know. Really,
we'll
it
double
could
the
be
joke
anything.
for
I
that.
don't know.
You don't know?
He slipped on the dressing room floor, which was highly polished, and he cracked his knee off the corner of a tile, and thus couldn't play football again.
Is the wrong answer. I'll pass it over.
It's been that long. Can you tell us his name again?
Mark Maley. Mark Maley, reserve player for Sunderland.
And what era, do you know? I like Sunderland. Has anybody heard of him?
It wasn't in.
Sunderland.
I'll give you a
Have you heard
clue.
of Sunderland?
I'll give you a clue. It wasn't in an era. It was in an ire.
Oh, it was in an eye. So you had a...
It wasn't in his ear. It was in his eye.
Did he get something spilt or poked in his eye?
I don't think I can really give you it. He was actually shot in the eye with an air gun.
Good God.
Really?
Oh, shame on you. Right, so we'll give you the visual clue, but not the points again.
Oh, Gardner.
Famous northeastern
Oh, right,
personality.
a famous northeastern person. I thought we were on a different round altogether. Famous northeastern person. Somebody on Channel 5 who's a gardener and uses an air gun. No, I know this because he shot the kids with an air gun, didn't he?
He didn't shoot
probably is a
people.
gardener because he's got some other menial job like that, and he's got 5 bellies. It's Jimmy 5 bellies, isn't
Right,
it?
well, he did not... He didn't shoot anybody.
Oh, no, you're a lawyer.
Well, there
sort
was
it
a-
out.
there
But
was
the
a-
thing
there
is,
was-
there was some story that he allegedly threatened some kids with an air gun that were insulting
did,
his
he-
manhood or something like that.
You're right, it's Jimmy Five Belly's gardener.
Hey.
And obviously enough, Jimmy is called Gardener, although be a gardener might be more appropriate. Gaz's pie-loving sidekick was jailed for brandishing an air gun at some teenagers. It was unloaded. Jimmy hadn't been behind bars before. He usually just propped them up with a pint in each hand. Now it's time to go out on the road with Arthur Two-Stroke for Reach on the Road. Let's see where he's gone.
Hello, Regionnaires. Today I'm in Ripon, and I've had the time of my life at Lightwater Valley. Unfortunately, those white knuckle rides have turned my underpants a strange tone of sepia. Coincidentally, while on the subject of time, every night at 9 p.m, a horn sound and people set their watches, like clockwork. So, Regionnaires, will the Riponites have the correct time? Let's find out.
Now we know what makes the people of Ripon tick. But can you clock the answers? Catboy and Alfie, how many out of 5 will have the right time on them?
Well, first of all, I think Gav should go first on this one because he screwed me over last time.
All right.
All right.
3's
Out of
coming
5,
into
just
my
give
head.
us a
3,
guess.
just
Yeah,
3.
3.
That's
3,
fine.
okay.
See, it's Ripon and it's a bit posh and, you know, they'd have better class of watches than they've got where I come from, so I'd say slightly more chance than they've
You
given.
reckon?
Yeah.
We'll go 4 then.
OK, let's find out.
You couldn't tell me the time, could you?
What now?
Yes.
It's 3:15.
Unfortunately, sir, your clock's incorrect. The time now is 3:17.
Oh no, it's 23 minutes past 3.
It's actually 26 minutes past 3. Have you got the time on your clock? What have you got to say for yourself?
That's a few minutes in a lifetime.
3:30.
Regionnaires? The question I asked has been answered correctly. So I declare that your watch is 5 minutes slow.
Right, I wouldn't argue with that. It usually is.
Are you sure you don't disagree? I'm sorry you're incorrect. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Does it matter?
No, I'm so sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I'm just sorry.
So, 4 were wrong and only 1 was right, which means that Gavin and Libby's team were closest, so we'll give them the point on that. We'll take a break now, back in a minute, with the scores standing at Gav's team a whopping 5 and Catboy's team a pretty miserable 2. Back in a minute. Hello and welcome back to the Regionnaires. Our Mr. Region round is where the teams have to guess who the guest is and what he's done. Remember, our guest, Mr. X, can only give yes or no answers. Catboy and Alfie, you to start.
Could you turn it round, 'cause I'm sick of looking at its rear end. Oh, no.
I think our first question has to be, did you ever see that episode of Blue Peter with Elephant?
Wouldn't that be great if this just happened now? Just TV history. You'd be famous for whatever you've done.
I think we'll take no as the answer to that
No?
one.
No.
Is it actually a hermaphrodite dog? Because it looks like it has got both sets of genitals.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, yeah. It's actually male.
Is this dog famous for finding something?
No.
No. Do you want a clue now?
Go on, give us a clue, because, I mean, we're only staring at some sort of brown, staffy cross. We haven't really got much to go on, have we?
Mr. X, as owner, tried to train him, but Mr. X managed to train himself.
Is he like one of them ones... Wasn't there a dog in the First World War got itself from the owner's house somewhere in the United Kingdom and managed to trace the smell and go across the channel to France and follow the fella onto the front line? Couldn't believe it when he saw his dog.
There may have been.
What I'm saying is
we have a
it
guess?
perhaps something similar to that?
Is this the dog that got on the train, then got off the train and made his way home, or got found somewhere outside of, like, miles away from
That was
where
the
it is?
littlest hobo.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
You're right, this is Bob.
Really?
Very good.
Thank God you guessed that, mate.
I think Bud wants to go on another journey. He's Bud the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. In February, Bud leapt a 7-foot fence, ran to Darlington Station, got on a train and was found later wandering around York Station. He was easily identifiable as he'd had an operation on his ear, half of his face and shoulder was shaved, and he was a dog. Bud was in big trouble, mind, when he got home. He'd forgotten his wallet and he couldn't pay the taxi driver. So raise the roof for Bud, everyone. And his master, Martin Carrot. Thanks for coming on, mate. Thanks, Bud. Ripon isn't the only place Arthur Two-Stroke has been to. Where else has he been today? Let's find out.
Okay, the new. That's Scotch for hello. Regionnaires, today I'm in Berwick-upon-Tweed, the final resting place of William Wallace's left arm. Wallace was savagely torn apart by the English, also by Mel Gibson in Braveheart. So, will the people of Berwick know he was left armless?
The answer we're after is the left arm. but some people might name any body part. So as we enter this leg, can you head them off and tell me what they said? Tits up to you.
How many is it out of?
How many out of 10 knew that William Wallace's left arm was buried in Berwick?
I think it's going to be low.
Yeah.
You reckon?
They're pretty rubbish with the facts of their own history, that sort of stuff. Let's
They
go
don't know
low.
if they're Scots, they don't know if they're What should we say? 4?
4.
Yeah, we'll go 4.
4, okay, 4 for Catboy and Alfie.
How many is
Gavin
it
and
out of?
Libby?
We were going to have 4.
You were going to have 4. You
No,
can't,
we're
take,
not.
can't take the same guess as the rule, apparently, so...
What, how many is it out of?
They said 4, it's out of 10.
Thank you.
Oh.
Well, we'll go a little high. We'll go to 5.
5.
Every time.
Right then, let's go out on a limb and see what they said.
Can you tell me what part of William Wallace's body is buried here at Berwick?
I haven't got a clue. His heart, his head, one of the two. I'm not sure, mate.
A leg. I'm sorry, I don't know.
I'd say possibly the head.
Hey, I couldn't ask you a question about Berwick, could I? A historical question.
Don't make me laugh.
No, I won't make you laugh.
I would have said arm, but I'm not sure.
Is it haunted?
Is it haunted that? Is it not?
No, it's not.
But it is.
Maybe it's heart, I don't know.
You couldn't tell me which part of his
No. I could. I'll tell you where you get information from.
body in there.
Because his head was tucked down south, wasn't it?
Can you identify which part of his body was buried here?
No.
I come from Ireland, by the way.
Oh, do you? Thank you.
You should have a walk round the walk.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So, teams, having quickly watched that played back, anybody managed to count how many of them?
Did she not used to crop up on That's Life every other week?
Well, Libby took it that 1, but she said it was the left arm, but she wasn't sure. So how many actually got it right was 0.
0.
So that means that Catboy and Alfie's team were the closest on 4, and they get the point.
Oh, well.
Thank you!
We're entering the Nether region now. Plenty of time left, so there'll probably be a little bit more than Zoe Burkett's entire pop idol career. Stand by on your buzzers. We've got a whole bag full of questions all about the region. Are you ready? Fingers on the buzzers.
Ready?
Yeah. Oil of bergamot is found in which Newcastle-associated brew?
Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea is correct. Which northeast city takes its name from a word meaning separated?
Sunderland.
Sunderland is right. Sundered land.
Come on.
Should be ashamed of yourself, Alfie. You got anything to say about that?
I thought it was Peters and Lee, because they separated in about 1974, didn't they?
Don't bring it up.
Where in Northumberland is the Hotspur Gate?
The furthest north area of Northumberland.
Is it Howstead's Fort? Hadrian's
n-
Wall?
It's not, it's Alnwick. The houses of the old town are all red-roofed and seemed piled up one over the other, said Bram Stoker of which coastal town?
Whitby.
Whitby is correct. Which singer relocated Durham on the River Tyne?
Roger Whittaker.
Roger.
He doesn't look unlike yourself. He looks
Roger Whittaker's correct. What are Newcastle diamonds?
I don't know, stuff on people's arms.
Basketball player.
No, it's not. It's actually they play Speedway.
Speedway team is correct. Which football team does Bob Mortimer support?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is correct. Which part of Sunderland, one for you perhaps, Alfie, was Sunderland itself once a part of?
Sunderland.
Sorry, it's Monk Wearmouth. Sunderland was made a separate parish in 1719, and Monk Wearmouth became a part of Sunderland in 1897.
Oh,
You
yeah, of
sorry man. Allendale is southwest, Holtwhistle is west, Corbridge is east. Which market town am I in?
Hexham.
Hexham's correct. Whitby Harbour has a bridge which shares its name with one of Newcastle's bridges. Which one?
Swing.
Swing Bridge is correct. Which Wearside town takes its name from Huaz, a Saxon chieftain, Inga, meaning the family of, and Tun, meaning estate?
What different now?
It's Washington, that, isn't it?
Yes, and you might stop at Huazinga Tun services on your way back. Who presents Northeast Tonight?
It's that institution with the dental work. It's Mike Neville.
He said that.
You did say that. A moment of silence while Gavin ponders on his...
It's all right, he doesn't know who I am.
Middlesbrough has lost its park, Sunderland has lost its park, Newcastle still has its park. What am I talking about?
Is it like a park and ride scheme or something like that?
It's not. Middlesbrough has lost its park, Sunderland has lost its park, Newcastle still has its park.
Football grounds.
Football grounds.
Football grounds is right. Which Sunderland band sang I've Got Asthma on the tube?
Would it be the Cane Gang?
It wasn't.
No, well, it's the only
Come on, man,
Sunderland
it was a
band.
Sunderland band.
They're not from there, Lindisfarne.
Oh, I know who it was. It was, what's it called? The Toy Dolls.
Toy Dolls is correct. In the world of men's grooming, what is known as a Bobby Charlton? A comb-over. A comb-over is correct. Which border town remained at war with Russia for 90 years due to an administrative error?
Leningrad upon Tweed. I don't know.
Leningrad upon Tweed?
Yeah, it's a
You're
joke,
not.
Simon.
I'm trying to steer you in the right direction because
Oh,
part
right.
of your answer's right.
Really? Well, Berwick
It's
upon
actually
Tweed.
Leningrad upon Tees. No, it's Berwick. I'll give you the point. The Stephen Joseph Theatre of Scarborough is home to which prolific London-born playwright?
John Godber.
That's not... I buzzed. You just shut
right,
I'm
that's
sorry,
it.
I can't take your word for that.
come on.
Your team buzzed and gave me an answer. The answer was Sir Alan Ayckbourn.
We knew that one.
Thanks. And the final scores are... Well, Catboy, you've got 9. Gavin has spanked you again with 14. So, a shiny red car to our winners and a day in red car to our losers. Thanks for coming on to Libby Davison and Alfie Joey. I'm Simon Donald and this debacle was the Regionnaires. Good night.